good? Huh. Welcome everyone.
Oh yeah, man.
How you doing, officer? Raceway Park, Englishtown, New Jersey. No more drag strip. What is up, everyone? First mini road trip of the year. We just spent the last 2 days in Philly helping our buddy Tony Angelo with the project he's doing. We had a blast. We've been dying to work with him. He's been building an SR hatch, and I had to go down and push the buttons for him, and we had a blast. So if you guys want to check that out, we filmed for his channel. It will be on the Haggerty channel. I don't know when, but probably soon. We had a blast, but luckily our buddies down at Team Hayes are having a private down at E-Town, and they invited me to tag along, so I couldn't say no, and it worked out perfectly. So we're at seat time today. Any excuse to drive. I haven't driven since the invitation. I feel like I always feel like I forget how to drive, especially in this car where I'm not 100% in it yet. I need to lock in. Got to keep going. So we're gonna have fun today. The last time we came to E-Town, the first test on the car, it was a disaster. So hopefully today goes a little better. I replaced the whole entire powering steering system besides the rack, and I think I need a new rack. So we'll see how long my power steering lasts, but we're gonna have a good day. We'll have fun. The full Team Hayes isn't here, but they're the purple cars. And they love single cams. Look at this thing. If you guys haven't seen one of these before, because no one ever uses them, this is a early model 240 engine, right? Single cam KA. It looks like it's a truck engine. Rarely do they not sound like tractors. Nice work. That sounds really good. How much does this make?
380. Stock bottom end, only thing head gasket. Or no head gasket. Stud. Stock head gasket.
You stud drop it?
Yep, one at a time.
Stock bottom end 380 single cam. Ethanol.
What's that?
Ethanol?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Yeah, good. That's the cheat code. Stock.
JK tune. John Curry's the man.
You know. Single jingling 380. Wow. Let's check at this one.
Take off my Harbor Freight driving gloves.
I didn't get the memo that we needed 240s today, but that's all right. Did this one make a lot of power?
This is back down to a stock motor, but the old setup made 650. This one makes 420 now.
Imagine 650 on a stick. Wait, how much does this one make?
420.
420 stock bottom end.
Stock bottom, stock head. There's 20 pounds and 85.
Stock bottom end.
Nismotronic.
What was that?
Nismotronic, tuned by John Curry.
That's a cheat code. Let's see. Not bad.
Give it a little limiter.
Yeah? All right. That's fire. Stock bottom ends. 420.
That's fucking crazy.
All right, so I just went out for a quick lap. Track is cold, right? Very loose. Very loose, but we'll get there. We'll have some fun. I'm just excited to drive. We're having a good time. Great day. Great day.
Go get some driving.
is the car is like pretty, I'd say it's like pretty grippy in the rear, but I got to remember, I got to keep the RPMs up on this thing. It doesn't have a lot of power below 4 grand. If I let the power drop, my brain almost like forgets, and then the car kind of falls on its face for a second, and I'm like, what's going on? And it disrupts the whole suspension and grip, and it feels crazy. So, you know, I got used to this car on a course that was on an S, right? So everyone picks a very similar line. Everyone has a very similar speed. Here, it ranges a lot, so I gotta learn how to drive the car in sporadic moments, if that makes sense. But to the wall on the bank. That felt sick. It's crazy what a little bit of tire pressure will do for your driving. I tell myself every time, I'm like, oh, like, what's the 5 psi, dude? I'll just keep driving. And I drop it 5 psi, and I'm like, holy shit, I know how to drive. This practice day though, I like to think I was driving really good at the LZ Invitational, but everyone drove the same line, right? So there wasn't much thinking. It was more just like, do what you got to do and make it happen. Here, everyone, I'm going to be competing here a lot next year. Everyone's power band is different. Everyone picks a slightly different line. You know, everyone throws angle a little bit different, and it's teaching me a lot. I panic drive. That's like my biggest fear. I think I just have too much anxiety. And so if I could break that fear of just trusting the person in front of me, it'll do a lot for me. Seat time's everything, right? This is good. I might look a little frantic, but I'm learning a lot. I can feel it. Boys, we're getting the hang of it. Still a new chassis. Still an anxious bitch. Oh, hit the wall. Chris is hyped.
Oh yeah! Oh yeah, dude!
Is that good or oh bad? Oh yeah.
The
littlest scrape ever on your back wall.
No way.
The littlest scrape ever.
Spin of the wall came up fast.
Dude, look at that.
That was ideal.
Perfect.
I'm proud of that one.
Dude, good job.
The end of the wall comes up quick.
Oh yeah. Every time I go up there, it's like, all right, I'm good. Oh, forward, turning forward, front.
Yeah. Okay, found that out. Cool. Good line.
That was sweet, dude.
Thank you. Well, I found the limit of the chassis. You never know when you hit stuff, right? Because it sounds so violent when you look and then there's no damage. But sometimes you hit stuff and you're like, oh, I just grazed it and your shit's pushed in, so. Wall taps are sick when things aren't broken. Time keeping up with the boys, and I shouldn't. I'm gonna check my pressures because that just didn't feel right. My rack is dying. I knew that was gonna happen. Well, my rack is officially dying. I knew that was gonna happen. I gotta hit up my Irish homies to get me right-handed drive rack. R.I.P. rack. I let Chris drive the car to get a few laps in. He put the rack in the coffin.
I did.
It was
I broke it.
It was on its way out pretty bad.
I broke it.
I'm happy you broke it. Weird confidence gray area right now. I don't know if it's the track or if it's me or if there's something weird with the car. You drove, you said there's...
I think it's in the rack. I think you put a fresh rack in it, it'll be better.
Yeah. There's like this weird, like in transitions at low angle, it feels like it doesn't have a lot of grip. And the car doesn't have excessive camber in the front. It has like 3 degrees. Lose my sense of... Stock bottom K. I'm still blown away by that. Confidence in the where the chassis is in the middle of transitions, like every time, and it really freaks me out, honestly.
I felt the same thing.
You felt the same thing,
I
right?
felt the same thing, yeah. I know what
you almost
sure.
forget, or you almost don't know where your steering wheel is, if that makes sense. We'll change the rack, tweak some other things, and we'll try again. I don't know. Whatever. Testing soon. That's it. But I got to drive one of the Hayes cars, and I was driving it way better than my E36. That says something, but whatever. I'm actually more. That car is very similar to my coupe anyway, so I want to feel like comfy. I want to feel like that's my steed. In Florida, I felt spot on. Here, I don't know why, but I'm gonna figure that out. No, I'm not the best drifter. That's why I'm trying to progress.
Coming from the hairpin back there up into the sweeper, doesn't have that much angle going throughout it. So when the car would kind of stick where I wanted it, the front end was just kind of like, where,
right? Especially on the entry where it's a slow, gradual drag, you're kind of like front end.
I was really feeling it over there. The last one, I was a little shallow, and I know I dropped the tire on the inside, and I didn't feel it. I'm looking over, and I'm in the grass, and I don't feel it.
There's some weird disconnect, and I don't know what it is, but we're gonna figure it out because it has the right recipe.
But what rack is it?
I need the purple tag rack. That's what everyone says, the European purple tag. So I gotta hit up my overseas boys and get one. Figure it out. We got the right tires, we got the right coils, we got the right alignment. That's what a test and tune is for. And this is bonus time. I've never got to drive in January before, so this is sick. So this is Skylar's drift car, right? We were looking at this and I'm like, oh, what is this, like a Cressida wagon or something? Not looking at it because we've been driving. and I get behind it and it says Legacy. Legacy wagon.
Yeah, it's a 94 Subaru Legacy wagon.
Was this a male vehicle?
Yeah, it was a male vehicle, so it's like, it has a US VIN, but it's like right-hand drive.
So if you guys don't know, in the US, they had a couple different vehicles. What was that for?
The Legacies.
For male vehicles in like more less populated areas. That's a Maryland car. They also did Jeeps too, I believe. There's a lot of right-hand. They still do Jeeps. This isn't very JDM, but it's JDM at the same time. It's not very much of a Subaru wagon left. So you said you did S13 overs in the front.
Yeah, it's actually a pop-up front end, and then it was shortened in the middle, trimmed around the headlights.
You put your work in.
Yeah, no, it wasn't easy.
Yeah.
And then S13.
So like this is S13. This arch.
Yeah,
everything else is like
the S13 wheel bait is long, so it took 3 inches or whatever out of the middle, and then extended the side skirts because they're also S13.
This thing's sick. It has so much character to it. It's like fully set up. You have like a full suppression system in it. You have like a additional cluster. S chassis rear end, right?
Yeah, it's all Nissan rear end stuff with a TSS fab diff.
Stock rear end just.
I did 2 years on it.
Really?
Decided to make more power, and I was scared to have the R160, so then I built the car around
that diff is like this, right?
The diff's this big, and then the new diff's like this.
The more you look at it, the more you see, right? So you see these rear over fenders. You were just telling me about these earlier. These are stock rear quarters that you cut off you pulled aggressively, or you rolled aggressively,
and then
cut
them off,
and then just kind of like, you can kind of like see how they're not lined up. Did you kind of blow it in to kind of blow the whole arch out?
Well, it's also from just cutting it. I couldn't perfectly cut it at the end, so it ends up being a little small.
Just one of those cool things I just want people to see. Like, look at the roof. Like,
It's got so much character.
you lace the roof.
This is the first thing I ever painted.
Oh, you did all this?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Even the diff casing is pinstriped. You guys can't see it, but trust me, it's cool. You see under the hood? So, it seems like every Subaru from like the 80s to like now has like the same platform. Was it easy to just take this engine and bolt it in, or was it?
Most part, but I'm also like dumb. It's a V1 block, and then I put a version 2 intake on it, so it's drive-by wire. So then me and my brother like invented these. They look like TGV deletes, but they're actually intake adapters.
EJ.
It's a V4 STI, so it's from like a 97.
97 JDM STI. Yeah. That's what it's at. How much power does it make?
About 300.
Perfect.
It's pretty stock with just bolt-on stuff, just to hopefully be reliable.
Yeah.
So.
I want to see how this thing like transitions. I just can't picture it, you know? Like the US mail logo, but it's was that a duck?
Yeah, it's a duck because they don't own the word UPS or even the website, but they own that, and then they'll send you like a cease and desist and tell you got to take it off. It's like a $400 fine. So
sounds like he knows from experience, but now we got a duck, which is way cooler. This thing's so sick. That thing's just sick. I just realized it said USPS on the door.
Yeah, he took the D1 R34 livery and made it into a USPS style livery.
Killed it.
It's so sick.
Gotta get like an Amazon truck and drift that next. That was dope.
yeah.
A BRZ trans.
Yeah.
And you welded another bell housing to it? Oh, you modified the bell housing
I
itself.
cut this part out of like an all-wheel drive transmission. And put it
He cut the quarter of the bell housing out and grafted in a all-wheel drive bell housing quarter.
It would be right where the turbo sits.
That's cool. That's actually really cool. Nice, I love that. If it don't fit, make it fit. I wanted to show them the battery box in this thing.
I love the battery. I just saw it too.
You just saw that? Right?
Yeah.
There you go. Battery box. You know, I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to own those things.
The more you look at it, there's just so many tiny details. It's so good.
Now you gotta become a mailman, dude. Final form. Final form. right, boys, we're back in the shop. So we had a pretty good week hanging out with Tony, helping him out. That was a blast, and getting to actually drive in the middle of January. I don't think I've ever driven in the middle of January. Usually the driving season just shuts up from December till like April. The car, I felt like I was driving the car really well. I was really happy with it. Like my line was where I wanted to be. I was aiming for the zones that were there. I was getting real cozy with the banked wall, which is something that I've been intimidated by for a very long time. I was having a little bit of a problem keeping up in tandem. I don't know if it was just me being a little panicky, but there is like this weird uncomfortable part in transitions in the chassis where you kind of like almost feels like you're losing grip, so it makes you like kind of be anxious on transitions and very wary. I'm really hoping it's the rack feel. I'm really hoping that. So I hope when we change the rack, because we knew this one was going, it should help out a lot. Make me feel like I'm actually planted, because when you don't feel like you're planted, you do dumb stuff. I had a great time hanging out with the Hayes boys, and yeah. So, but for now, I'm gonna shut up because all I do is talk. We are getting back to work on the FC. I want to get this thing together ASAP. Spoon's excited too. All we've been talking about is rotary stuff.
Yeah, big rotary guys.
Big rotary guys. We don't have a rotary yet, but big rotary guy. We're just going to continue to get as much done on the chassis as possibly can, so when the engine is finished, we can get right to it. I've been calling Vargas every day. Every day, I think I just hound him, poking at his buttons. He's a busy guy, but we're going to try and get the engine done ASAP. You will see us in the next video. We're going to try and seal all this up with a fresh underbody, and hopefully we get some parts back from powder coat and just...
Hopefully we can get it rolling again.
Yes, that would be sick. Rolling, and I got to find some wheels.
Undercoated.
What was that?
Undercoated, rolling. Yep. Start assembling the interior.
Oh yeah, we have all that.
Yeah.
Okay, we got some stuff to do, so if you guys are excited for that, stay tuned for the next video. And then the 8.6 is driving me fucking nuts, because we were supposed to get the drive shaft like yesterday, and I called and they haven't even looked for the parts for it. So I'm upset about that, because I want to drive this thing like ASAP. It's like right there. Whatever, part of building cars. Pain in the ass. So for now, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys soon. So you know the deal. Like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more content. And wait for it. Austin, plummet.